You like that one.
What's up, locals? My name is Ryan, and this is Local Disc Golf. Well, today we have another episode of our All Request Show. Shout out to local disc golfer Joseph, who reached out asking us to review the Gateway Chief. So we reached out to Gateway, and I'll be honest, I've never thrown a Gateway disc before this review. I reached out to Gateway as none of our local shops had this disc in stock, and to my amazement, the response time from Gateway was almost minutes, and even more impressive was in less than 3 days from the day I had requested this disc, a package was on my doorstep from roughly St. Louis to Calgary, Alberta, Canada. That is simply incredible. Gateway, you have moved way up the ranks on our radar of brands with amazing customer service. Now that being said, this review, like every review, will be unbiased. They sent it over, but I'm still going to tell you my honest take on it. The name of the game for the Chief is Shallow. As you can see, it is not a very deep disc and it is a very flat top. I used to putt with Logics from Discmania, and I was a big fan of them for quite a while. Admittedly, since then, my preference has been to find something slightly deeper. For me, it's been the Luna. And as many of you have seen, I like the Rainmaker also. But as someone who has putted with shallow putters, I think I can give a decent review of this experience. Their plastic feels really good. If you like a little bit of grip and a little bit of tackiness, these are awesome. I struggled with this putter at first, but as I've said in other putter reviews, a putter takes time to adjust to, and this feels dramatically different to my Luna. What stood out to me was the lack of wobble in my putt when throwing it. Now, my forehand is the weakest part of my game, but it's a part of my game that this off-season I'm really going to focus on. And with this disc being so shallow, I've never felt more comfortable in a forehand approach shot than with the Chief. Last week at a tournament, I had a great drive, and with a bad kick, I ended up with a really tricky approach shot through a tight wooded area. I can't guarantee that I would have gotten through the area with a forehand, but it was the kind of lie where if I could have kept sightlines on the basket, it may have helped. And this disc might have been the disc to make that shot. I started throwing it and almost instantly started hitting edge of circle putts. Now I'm not going to start putting forehand, but for someone whose goal is to improve their forehand part of their game, this disc is a very interesting tool to work on that part of the game. So if you're into a shallow putter, you might love this disc, but you might also love it as a touchy approach disc. Let's take a look at it as a throwing putter. I was pleasantly surprised by the stability of this disc when using it as a throwing putter. So I guess I owe Joseph a thank you. I went from doing a review for you to actually bagging this disc. As you can see from these flights, really nice flight to them. Super consistent, pretty straight out of the hand. Always seemed to have a little bit of fade at the end. This was a pretty calm day when I was throwing, but I was getting nice distance with it, and because it's shallow, it feels great in the hand as a throwing putter. So, whether you're using it as a shallow approach forehand disc, a throwing putter, or just as your putter, the Chief is a really interesting disc that was a pleasant surprise. I didn't have any expectation, but this one definitely surprised me, and I've been really enjoying this disc so far. Once again, a huge thank you to Gateway for getting this disc to me quickly. A thank you to Joseph and the rest of our local disc golf community for continuing to subscribe, to like these videos, and to give us a reason to keep making these videos. So, celebrating the local community that makes this sport so great. My name is Ryan. This is Local. We are local.